Recorded Books presents Facing the Dawn by Cynthia Ruchti, narrated by Libby Mcknight. Chapter 1. He held the paper, the indictment against her, 6 inches from his face, which made him look like a blank sheet with bushy hair. "Mara Jacobs?" he asked, his voice the texture of a coconut husk. "You know what your name means, don't you?" "I know." "Hobby of mine, anthroponomastics." Mara shifted in the armless chair, her hands safely tucked under her thighs where they had no hope of fidgeting. Nothing could fidget under the weight of her. "And," he added, without yet making eye contact, "etymology, of course." "Of course!" The principal's office, at her age. He lowered the sheet of paper, but his face was just as blank. "In antiquity, the meaning of the name Mara was bitter, and in modern America, the meaning of Mara is bitter." His smile needed a crutch or cane. "Thanks for pointing that out, Principal Slacker." "Schlachter. North German. Occupational name for a—" Mara folded her hands in her lap, convinced her daughter's sass may have had origins in her side of the family after all. "Yes, I find this all fascinating," Mara said. Truthfully, she found nothing fascinating these days. He didn't need to know that. Principal Schlachter, less than a year into his job and already balding in spots, curled 2 corners of the paper. "Occupational name for a slaughterer of animals." He smoothed the curls and asked, "What do they call you for short? Mar?" Mara resisted the urge to make a spitball out of her gum. He was trying to make small talk. He just wasn't very good at it. "My mom told people Dad wanted to name me Budgie." Still, no measurable expression. "Or Chunkadunk. Said he wanted something unique." But that's not something her dad would have done. So much for small talk. "Well, Ms. Jacobs, the reason I asked you here is to discuss school treats." A warm rush started at her scalp and exited through her toenails. School treats? It could have been so much worse. Expulsion of one of her kids. Pick a kid, any kid. Chelsea caught making out behind the bleachers again. Smoking behind the bleachers again. Pregnant behind the bleachers again. Library fines to rival the national debt. Dylan, 3 credits shy of graduating in May, which meant he wouldn't move out. Ever. No, the issue was school treats. That she could handle. "What about them, Mr. Schlacker?" "Schlachter. We'd like you not to send any." "Excuse me?" "Some of the other parents feel it would be best if you used your gifts in some other way." Mara mentally apologized to every child she'd ever chided for bad-mouthing the principals of the world. She would have been one, maybe, a principal, if calculus hadn't kicked her sophomore derriere, made her rethink teaching as a life goal, and redirected her toward other pursuits. Graphic design seemed like a fair trade. Now, she was 20 years post-college graduation, and it had been 18 years since she'd designed anything more rewarding than a fundraising poster or 2. "Ms. Jacobs?" "It's Mrs., technically." She couldn't fault the community for assuming she was a single parent. Her husband, Liam, had last been home... when? And what was the anthro-somethingology of the name Liam?
Sample complete. Ready to continue?